So I got true for number 3.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I think,
And then the requirements.
are the bottom 2.
See, I got that
Yeah.
wrong.
The sample
don't know.
means don't have to be positive.
What has to be positive? Something does.
I think it's the F.
Oh, okay. That's where I messed up. Okay.
And on the ANOVA, there were only 2 statements of what had to be in place before you could do an ANOVA, and it was those. It had to be
Okay.
normally distributed and an equal variance in each of the groups.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the F statistic has to be positive, but that's it.
Yeah, I was confusing that. Okay.
And to check if each group is normally distributed, do the following: construct a QQ plot.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty self-explanatory in the lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We assume the variance in each group is the same if the following happens. And if I put the largest variance is less than 4 times the smallest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And okay, so 7 I had to look up. I was really confused, and then I looked it up. So
Yeah. Did you get 6?
6 is, yeah, 6 is B.
Okay.
So 7,
Yeah.
1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Okay, so this is what, because see how they have the 3 pairs, 1 to 2,
Yeah.
1 to 3, 2 to 3.
You just do the
So-
same with 1 through 4.
Yeah, and so you come
Yeah.
up with 6.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does now that I looked at it.
I did not get that. I had to go look it up. I was like, what?
Oh.
I just
And this
acted
one I
like-
should have
go
gotten
ahead.
in. Oh, number 8 I should have gotten in. I think I just looked at the wrong number. So you have to go through each variance for each of the 6 groups and find the smallest one, correct?
Right.
And that's
Yes.
the number.
Let me get out of the hot dog one and go into the.
Yeah.
And then the next one wants the largest one.
Yeah.
And I looked at the deviation. I didn't look at the variance. So that's what messed me up.
So the lowest variance I got was the 27.208,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then the highest is 53.158.
Yeah.
And the test for equal variances is satisfied for this data, and that's true because 27 is less than 4 times. Like 53 and 27, you would never. It's 53 isn't 4 times higher than 27.
No, it's 20. If you times the smallest one by 4,
Yeah.
the largest one's still smaller.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Cassidy, everyone's going to go home if you don't stop.
School's out there. So we are at school
Oh,
till
did you
the
hear me?
24th or the
Of
20th.
June? Oh my
Oh,
God.
I wish they did.
We are.
Driving
My
me
kids are in
crazy.
school till the 23rd. The problem is they've taken all their standardized tests. In Virginia, they're called SOLs, which makes me laugh. But they've taken them all. So there's basically no more learning going on the rest of the school year.
That's okay. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And the kids know it.
Oh, they know
Mhm.
it. They're bringing in like board games and having pajama days. And I'm like, I'm so glad.
What a way.
Okay, so this one, so 12. Did you got 12
Yeah.
wrong?
I did, and maybe I just looked at the wrong number.
Well, what you have to do is you have to go into the actual where all the data is,
Yeah.
and you have to, let me pull it up. Hold on.
I don't know if I.
You
You have
have
to
to
run the
delete.
other one, the ANOVA tests, right?
So you have to remove the socks.
And all their data.
in all the data and then you analyze it again.
Hold on, say that one more time.
So remove all the data for the socks.
Oh, so I did that the first time around and I got 1.216.
So let me show you on my screen. Hold on.
Oh, we already changed from the hot dogs to the socks, right?
We're,
So
yeah,
I'm gonna,
we're still on socks.
I'm gonna
So
scroll all the way down and I'm just gonna delete all the sock information, correct?
You
Yeah.
just highlight all of it across with its information and then
clear
delete.
data.
And that's what I did.
And then you
And
go
then
into
start over.
analyze.
Do I have to transform the data all over again?
No. You just go
See,
to
maybe that's what I did wrong.
analyze,
Okay, analyze.
compare means, one-way ANOVA, and everything is the same. Kicking accuracy, then your factor, whatever you wrote for your,
Yeah.
and then
Means,
click OK and see what you come up with again.
hold on. I need to do the descriptives though, right here.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? My p-value?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know what I did. I used the f value. So it's 0.309.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what is we're looking for the
We're looking for the,
p-value when you remove the socks. Oh, that's right. I got it wrong.
it's 0.309.
Sorry, this f value is totally throwing me off.
Yeah.
I don't know. My brain can't. Yeah.
Oh, and there's 2 degrees of freedom, which I don't get.
Yeah.
I just ignored that. I didn't care about
Yeah.
any of that. I just had to know the 0.309. I'm like, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
And the test statistic is, and I guessed on this one. So I don't know how to determine this. The test statistic for ANOVA hypothesis test is an F statistic. Is the p-value the area to the right or to the left side of the F statistic? I just guessed.
Hey,
And
well,
I put right.
we were told that in ANOVA, they're always right skewed.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
So
And
the highlighted area is just going to be that area above. So we know that the F has to be, or
Right.
the P is to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I was like, I felt confident, but I thought, is this a trick question?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
So, but I put right. I was like, choose the right.
There you go.
So that's what I did.
If all else fails.
That's right. I was like, it's 50-50. If I have to redo the test, I'll know what's left.
There you go.
So now we're in the hot dog.
And the calories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is
So
where I
I-
get confused.
Okay, let me pull up my hot dog.
So which one did you put, Linda?
I put C.
Okay.
Okay,
So what I do is I always do the QQ plot and look for the normality first. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so if those are correct, then one of the guys in one of the videos, the tutorial for the homework or for the preparation, I guess it was, he said you put the highest standard deviation and then the lowest standard deviation times 2. So if the lowest standard deviation times 2 is greater than the highest standard deviation, then it's normal.
Oh.
So I do those 2 tests and I don't know, that's what he said to do and I've been getting them right every time. Guys, Kathy, everyone go home or go upstairs. No, you can't have anything to drink. You can go up there until I'm done. Go. Go. No, you're not. I'll be right back.
no problem.
So did she say that if you times the standard deviation, the lowest one, by 2, if it's higher than the highest standard deviation, then it's
then it's normally distributed.
Yeah,
So I got A for that one.
that's what I got.
Okay.
In 15, so I ran the test, but then I'm like, why am I writing the test? It's just giving me the same information. I just have to look at what they're telling me. And the p-value
Is less than the
is
significant
less
value.
than the 0.05. So I put D, we have sufficient evidence to claim that at least one of the hot dog types has a different mean number.
That's what I put.
Are you on 16?
Oh, 15.
So what 14 was A,
Yes.
okay. And 15 is,
D.
Because the p-value is less than the significance, level of significance.
So we
We can claim that at least one of the hot dog types has a different mean.
because we're rejecting the null.
Mm-hmm. And so now we're on 16.
okay. I got this one right somehow.
Did you get this one right, Jen?
It's A, right?
Yeah. What?
D,
A?
It's
Huh?
E.
16.
16 is the assumptions have not been met.
Oh, I put.
It's not safe to assume each group comes from a normally distributed population.
Oh, well, the last time I got it right, and I put A.
Huh.
Well, that's just, and that's the opposite of what.
I put.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I'll take your, maybe I wrote it wrong, or maybe I didn't. Okay, that's fine. So you think it's C? The
It's C.
assumptions have not been met? Okay.
Yeah, because I got, if you look, oh, I can't see what I'm showing you.
That's
Because it tells us that one of the QQ plots had a possible problem.
And it's this, it's like right there, there's a little dot.
I lost.
And it says 1 out of 1. So I picked C for that one.
Okay.
So that's weird that I think sometimes these are skewed. So this is when this one kind of threw me for a minute, but then I understood it. So let me pull up. I'm still in socks. Let me get into it. Where's my?
Oh, we didn't have to run anything new. We just looked for the p-value.
Well, for this you had to take, for 17 you had to take so you had to not do calories but do sodium.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that threw me off for a minute, but what did you guys get?
0.179.
I got, yeah.
Yep. And then
And 18 I got wrong. I don't know how to figure these out, I guess.
so the levels of the 3 types of hot dogs, so it's higher than 0.05.
So
we do not have sufficient evidence to reject the claim.
which is B,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't
Because
look at the p-value. Okay.
I was just like, I had to step away for a minute because my brain was like, but this didn't seem like that difficult for me this time. But then I'm scared to go into that homework quiz.
I got a 90 on it.
Last week, that homework quiz, what threw me off was the second half where we had the two lists,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. That just threw me off. I just sat there dumbfounded.
So on the homework quiz, 10 and 11 threw me off because 10 is going to talk about how to word the confidence interval. And that threw me off. And then 11 talks about the central limit theorem. And that just, the wording is what's throwing me off. It's how I don't know. I did it twice and got them wrong both times.
And I think that the professors, they know it so well that when they look at something, they automatically can figure out what they need to do or what it means, even if it's worded different. But I don't feel like I have that foundation to be able to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, and I went to the sorry, the review yesterday, and I tried to ask her a question about the homework quiz, but she just kind of blew over it. So, like from last week.
I'm gonna watch the video. Was the review helpful, do you think?
It was. In fact, there's a exam to practice, like revise, like homework thing you can print off. And so I did that to study it a little. But, yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to get on this exam.
I'm afraid I'm going to mess up all the different things, like how to do a test for this one and this one. I think it's all going to mush together in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like we've gone so fast from one to the next that the one hasn't got solidified before they've added another one.
Yeah, exactly. So when do we need to submit okay, so do we need to email her our idea, our hypothesis question?
The first step, what's our first step?
Let me go into my emails.
So, because we need to have her approve it before we submit the design of study. So I'm assuming that means we can just email her our question and see if that's okay. And then we can write up our document.
Do we have to submit the whole design study for her to approve?
No, I think all
Or
we
just
need
the
to do is
question?
tell her the question. And then we can submit the design study after we get approval on the question.
And that's due by the end of next week.
Yeah, so we really probably, if we can, I just don't know if our question is, like, I guess I'm lost on how we need to word our question to make it what it's supposed to be.
And are you going to be able to collect data?
Well, okay, so I changed our question. I put, is there a difference in the temperatures and then I put all three of our states. So I don't know, obviously there's going to be a difference. So do we want to put like, I don't know. I don't know.
And so then would we be doing a...
Can't hear you now.
Oh,
I didn't hear you.
Oh. So I don't know how we want to word it, because what are we looking for? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Which city has the highest temperatures, average?
The highest average. So is that our question? Do we just put what, or do we pick a city? We think like Utah's going to have the highest temperature.
The other questions are pretty basic. You know, are there 1,000 chips in every bag of Chips Ahoy? Is brand A paper towel stronger than brand? I mean, those are really basic.
Yeah.
And what are those? Were those ones that another group was doing?
Those are her examples. I'm looking at the form that Jen sent us.
Yeah. So we could put something as simple as like, you know, will the mean, or I don't know, will the average temperature be above 80 in the month, in these, I don't know, 3 states in the month of June?
Oh, yeah, that would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a great one.
So would the average
Oh, I can see you
temperature
changing it.
The mean.
be above, let's say what, 90 or 80?
I'd say 80 in June.
80. June. And I put in bold everything I wrote.
But wouldn't we
To
say
kind
the
of-
mean instead of the average?
Gosh.
Yeah, well, the
We
mean.
could do that.
Well, the mean temperature.
Yeah.
Would the mean temperature, come on, be above 80 in the month of June for Clifton, Virginia? Do we do all three of them? Right?
I think so, so that you can
Woodstock,
get data.
Georgia.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I'm
all three,
missing-
because that way we're all collecting data because,
Yeah. And then that would be in ANOVA, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm missing, is it Clifton? It's not Clifton, Virginia, is it?
Yeah, it's Clifton with one F.
And then what is it, Utah? What is it again?
Hooper, Hooper.
And what is yours, Jen?
Woodstock, Georgia. Is that how you do it? Did I do it wrong?
No. And so we'll just
Okay.
keep the all our temperatures.
So I guess we can go back, even though we're already in June. We should be able to go to the Weather Channel and go back, right, and see what the high was for
Yeah.
each day.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's so interesting is like today the high here is 66. But
Oh, wow.
on Sunday it's going to be, and it's not even going to be past 80 until Friday. On Sunday it's going to be 91 and it's going to be in the 90s for almost like the whole next week. And everyone's like, it's a fly down here. Everyone's like, I don't know why I'm getting sick. I'm like, I know.
So the population is the daily temperature, right, in those cities. And then what is the experimental unit? What is the smallest entity from which you are collecting a single piece of data to be used for analysis? What in the world is that?
I don't know.
Would that be one of our a piece of our data?
I guess we can ask her about that.
Okay. And then what's our response variable? Do you know that either? Oh, would that be the temperatures?
The variable would be our temperatures.
Yeah.
Is our data quantitative? Yeah. No?
I'm so bad with quantitative and categorical.
Because it's a number.
So it's quantitative.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I put. And then we're using, I put the ANOVA because we're doing 3 or more samples. And then I put the null for ANOVA is all the means are equal. And then alternative one or more of the means differ. And then I didn't do any of this because I was kind of waiting until we figured out exactly what we were going to.
We'll use, won't we use like a systematic sample?
Yeah.
Because we're just getting it off the Weather Channel.
A random, it's not random, but
It's
yeah.
not random at all.
No, systematic.
It's not cluster,
No.
but we're being very like methodical about it. Like, okay, the weather today was this, the weather tomorrow is this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what sample size would be however, what, there's 30, is there 31 days in June or 30?
30 days past September, April, June, and November. 30. I have to do that rhyme to remember.
So we are going to have a large sample size. I'll word that differently. So we're not doing humans, so we didn't need to do any of that. And then I think that's it. So let me email her our question and see if that's okay. And then we can come back to this form, maybe through the, you know, today and tomorrow and try to,
It says,
I'll try to,
oh, that's if yes. Okay, so we can skip. Ooh, we can skip all those if it's yes. That's nice.
yeah. And then we need to write in you what on the top, I guess. So I don't know why we need a main writer. Can't we just all do it together?
Oh, main writer?
I think we can all do all of it together, but we'll just put someone as the main writer
Okay.
for all these things. I think we're all in this enough to kind of.
Yeah.
Let's do it all together and then one submitted.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll email her our question and make sure that we can do this. And then I will send you all a text and let you know. And we'll go from there.
If you email her, you can CC us on the emails.
Oh yeah, I could do that too.
So.
Okay. So then we have to, okay, how are we going to do the data? Are we going to just, one of us will put it in SPSS and create a data file for it?
I can do that.
Okay, so then we'll just put it, do you just want it like in an Excel spreadsheet and then we can just send it to you?
If you just send me like,
Let's do it.
if you even email me June and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, you can just email me even the numbers. Like you don't even need to put in an Excel file because
You'll
we're
just
not
put
analyzing
input.
anything in Excel. I mean, you could just email me and say June was this. So if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't need to be in any sort of file until we stick it into what we're doing. It'll be easy to determine, okay, June 1st was this temperature, June 2nd, you know, if you just put 2 and then a parenthesis and then.
And is creating that to describe the data?
What?
Or is that a paragraph? What is creating that file? Is that part of describe the data?
I think it is. So I'll put my name for describe the data. And so I go main writer for make inference. That's just determining. Like I'll give you guys all the data saying, okay, here's the mean, here's like, you know, and then you just have to make inferences like, okay, was it generally above 80 degrees or, you know.
Okay, put my name on that one.
Pardon?
Then put my name on that one. And then we have 2 more that need names. Take action in the PowerPoint.
Well, I think we can all work on the PowerPoint. Take action though. I don't even understand what that, like, take action on what?
The data that you found.
Demand God make it above 80 degrees.
Have a consultation. We'll have to figure out what that one means.
Yeah, we may want to ask her. what we're doing, how would we take action?
Do you guys want me to email this to your Gmail or to your,
My Gmail's
Okay, yeah.
fine.
Gmail.
okay. For some reason, Linda, my email doesn't like you. I don't know why I don't have you in here. I have you on my phone now, I think.
Are either of you getting close to graduation?
I graduate in April next year.
And are you marriage and family studies?
Uh-huh.
So what are you doing for your internship?
I'm not going to do the internship. I'm going to do one of those conferences you can do instead.
And then
Oh.
add
There's
credit
just no
class.
way I could work somewhere like 5 hours or like 3 to 4 or 5 hours a day and have my calling and go to school and take care of my kids. So
And then you have to add in a 2 credit class to cover what you lose for not doing the internship.
And so I'm just going to, take, there's a relationship certification class. I'm going to take that.
I want to go to the one in Washington, Seattle, with, it's not Goddard,
Gottman.
Gottman.
Oh, I wanna do
he's
that one
actually
too.
Yeah,
added
that's the one we
I
love
love his
Gottman at our house. My husband loves him.
And I wish he was going to be at the conference, but he's not. He has somebody else do it.
What dates are those?
I think that one was in January. No, you know what? They only gave us the dates through December, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they gave us more. I can't remember.
So if you do the conference, you still sign up for the class? For the internship, correct, Tim, or no?
No, you don't have to. You get it waived.
Okay.
But you still have to take
But you lose those 2 credits that you would get for doing the internship in place. And so you have to add some other 2 credit class.
See, I want to try to do an internship that I can have a job at, so then that can be my job and I can be done with this.
Mm.
But I don't know what Florida's going to bring yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And you're moving to Tampa?
Yeah. And I've been looking for jobs there, and I don't know. I need to go and just kind of get a feel for the area before Here I was all set, and now I'm moving.
Not.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of, while I'm working on my master's, working on the Hill part-time and doing family and family life issues.
Oh.
Oh,
Like working for a congressman or something.
that's a good idea.
I've done that before. So you could actually like go to your local congressman and say, hey, do you need someone to deal with family life issues or, stuff like that?
Mhm.
And they'll let you intern.
Oh, all right. That's a good idea.
I don't know if that would be something the school would approve, but you'd be helping work on legislation. You'd be helping respond to, specific constituent letters.
Mm-hmm.
You could be out in the community helping the congressman or senator make in-ways with certain organizations.
That's a good idea.
And they're always looking for free workers.
Yeah. I kind of want to get paid, but yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can negotiate pay, but
Even if it's just minimum, that's okay. Just some, just to help. That's why I want to try to find something I can kind of be paid for and then continue doing. So that way I have that job I need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the best internship.
I know a lot. My cousin lives in Florida, and the only reason I know this is because she's one of the people that need it. She lives in Jacksonville, and there's tons of Florida has a really like disparity in income,
Mm-hmm.
and they all but that lower income, they need a ton of help because a lot of them are really uneducated, and they need a lot of community service type, like someone going into their home and saying, you know, this is how you care, this is how you bathe a child, this is how you clean a house, this is, you know, because what you do is you become the go-between between when the social workers come and say you need to clean up your act, and then you go in and you try to help them, and sometimes you can save them from getting their kids taken away.
Oh, that's
You're that
interesting.
in between education.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it can be really frustrating, but it can be really rewarding too.
Yeah. You can go both ways.
So, and that would definitely turn into a job because they have such a need for it.
Yeah. That's why I just need to get there and kind of get a feel for, I need to settle my children in, and then I need to figure out what I can do. So that's going to be the harder part, is getting them settled. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I emailed her, so we'll just wait for her, and then we can finish that document up to submit it.
All
We'll
right.
talk about it on Thursday. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll stop the broadcast.